Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. This time it is about an assortment of tweets from the Sim Gurus confirming some more things about the Werewolves game pack. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Sim Guru Morgan posted this picture asking who is our favorite out of these Sims. So I'm assuming these are all the Sims that are going to be just living in Moonwood Mill. We have Rory, Lou, Jacob, Christopher, Wolfgang, Celine, Lily, and Greg, who is still shrouded in mystery. Yesterday, while I was really bored, I just ended up tweeting, what if Greg is the house? Because it's like they just keep showing the house every time they say anything about Greg. But no, Greg is probably just some grumpy but extra strong werewolf that's hiding in there. From what I've seen so far, Rory and Christopher seem to be the most popular ones. I think personally, yeah, I really like Christopher's vibe. And I also like Jacob. I can't decide which of those two I like more. Rory is also pretty cool, and it's kind of funny. It also reminds me of a Twitch streamer, Rory Plays, who goes by Rory and has blue hair. So yeah, that's a funny coincidence there. I had to tag her when I saw that. Also, with the way Christopher's name is spelt, I've never seen it spelt that way before, so instinctively I almost always think it's supposed to be said as Christopher, because I think of Kristoff from Frozen, but yeah, it is kind of strange. I've seen so many Christophers in my life, but never one spelt that way. I think Lou has a similar vibe to Nox from Evergreen Harbor in Eco Lifestyle. I remember seeing someone on Twitter say, oh, they probably hang out all the time, and I could honestly imagine that. We also have a couple of different screenshots of Christopher in his werewolf form as posted by Simguru Nova, and she does say that he's a cool guy, TM, or trademark, but I just like saying trademark as TM, I think it's funnier that way. And then Simguru Morgan decides to raise her one Rory by posting a couple of pictures of her in her human form. I like how with both Christopher and Rory's pictures, they are leaning against an object, so now we know there's a big tree that is one of the other objects our Sims can lean against. Hopefully a modder can unlock this animation, maybe for a pose player, so then you could perhaps use the tool mod to have the Sims just leaning against a regular wall, or really anything you want. Simguru Ninja also posted a picture of these 3 new roof textures we're supposed to be getting. I looked back through the video that I just made last night about all the new build, buy, and create a sim items, but I don't think they were in there, or maybe they were, but they were just a thumbnail that I recognized as either a wallpaper or a floor texture, so I don't know for sure if roof textures actually show up in those previews. I also find it rather interesting how small this lot appears to be. I'm not sure the dimensions of it, but maybe this is the empty lot that we'll have in the world by default, and I guess it could be good for tiny homes if you have the Tiny Living Stuff pack. Next is the topic of lack of tails for the werewolves in this game pack. So Malice TTV says, let me guess, the tails are going to be available only in My First Awoo stuff. Look, I hate My First Pet stuff just as much as the next person, and I'm really sick of the My First Pet stuff jokes so many years later. It definitely feels like beating a dead horse at this point, but the idea of a stuff pack called My First Awoo stuff, that definitely got me. Anyway, Simguru Ninja explains the tail would clip with everything. Other Sims, sitting down, tons of different interactions, etc. In our live stream next week, we'll go deeper on the customization options, some cool things in there, and how the design choices allow the most flexibility. Okay, that is understandable. It already bothers me when trees and bushes clip through the walls because they're placed too close, then the wind blows them around, so then, yeah, that gets really annoying. I remember with The Sims 4, before it came out, I was hoping they would implement some technology that would make it so that the leaves would just brush up against the walls instead of going through them. But nope, that didn't happen. So it'd be great if The Sims 5 had technology like that, so you wouldn't have to worry about tails and plants or whatever else clipping through other things so much. Heals weren't 100% necessary for me with werewolves, so I don't think I'm gonna miss them too much, but it would be nice if we could see them in a future iteration as an option. Next we got a super duper important question coming from Acidler. Can we woohoo with werewolves? And Ninja replies with simply a picture of woohoo in the bed, assuming werewolves are under the covers, so yeah, I didn't really have any doubts about this personally, but in case you were wondering. Simguru Silver posted their picture of a werewolf, and Choco Milk Mochi asked, can we scold the werewolves when they tear furniture or pee in the house? I would very much so like to hit them with a newspaper. And Silver says it would probably be unwise to try to discipline a rampaging werewolf. And Senku Simmer says, a rampaging werewolf? Am I reading too far into this? And Silver says, maybe. That does sound potentially pretty cool. Another question in response to the same picture, can we manipulate their features or does it come in different sets? Say if we want to make their ear bigger. And Silver replies, some features can be manipulated while others are picked from sets. I don't want to say too much too early, but Werewolf Cass is pretty dang cool. When asked if there's any non-binary Sims in the new pack, Simguru Ninja replies, the Sims in the pack were locked down before pronouns were finalized and made available to use. Yeah, I guess I can see that. They're a little too close together, but I'm guessing whenever we get the next world, then they'll take advantage of the pronouns feature for those Sims. Ninja also mentions what to expect in general with this pack. Sony abilities, dormant abilities, temperament, moon cycles, packs, alpha, fury, world, lore, collectibles, Greg, aspirations, turning, food, drink, plants, fish, fights, injuries, Werbies, starts walking away as voice trails off in the distance. So, okay, that's interesting. We now know that aspirations are going to be a part of this pack. I mean, I guess they're just going to be glorified tutorials again, but they're going to be there. I guess no traits? But I don't know. It would have been nice if we got new traits, because at least those, I feel, add a bit more to the gameplay than the aspirations do. Interesting, too, that we are going to get collectibles. Actually, one thing that The Sims 4, I feel, is not short on are collectibles, but maybe we'll get to collect some werewolf-related relics. Seeing injuries listed separately makes me think we are getting a similar system to Snowy Escape, where when Sims fall down during skiing or snowboarding, there's a chance they'll get a buff that indicates that they're injured, and then they have to just heal for a few hours, though you can speed that up if you go to the onsen and relax in the hot springs. Lastly, Relish Turtle asks, I really hope the logs from the beginning of the trailer come with the game, like hoping for some epic debug items. And it just says, your question has been logged. A+ pun right there. But yeah, there we go. I think the debug items are going to be really interesting in this pack, so pretty keen on seeing what they'll be. I'm sure builders will have a lot of fun with them. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on The Sims 4 Werewolves so far, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!